managed to get excited again by the time your season started. I don't detect that this year. How do you view that, and what is it like within the group, do you think, in terms of optimism and stuff?
Well, I know everyone's excited to get going. Obviously, everyone in that room feels we have something to prove. As a team, we haven't performed the way we wanted to, and obviously, a lot of us in there got a taste of playoff hockey a few years back and what the city does and how exciting it is and how much energy they bring. So there's no doubt in my mind that everyone in there, that's our goal, is to make the playoffs.
For you personally, Zack, had an outstanding second half of the year when you got that opportunity on the top line. I know you've talked openly, you're not going to change your game per se, but did you work on anything different knowing that the potential to be on the top line to start the season was there?
No, to be honest, I went about my summer like I do every summer. I've always been focused on my speed and fitness, and I think as you get older, even though 28 isn't old, but you want to maintain and try to be as fast as you can, especially if you look around the league now, it's all about speed and transition. So I went into the summer trying to improve and trying to maintain everything I've built to this point, and I'm coming in healthy and excited to go.
You got a new coach. The penalty kill wasn't great the last couple of years. Is it coaching system? Is it player execution to get better this year? How do you look at it?
Well, it's everything. It's attention to details. The best penalty kill is not taking penalties. I think we can clean up a little bit on that aspect, but just getting on the same page. Big stop when we need it, big clear when we need it, big shot block when you need it. Just everyone being on the same page, and obviously when you're killing, it's a four-man unit plus the goalie. So we just all have to work together. Obviously, we know we can improve in that area, and if we want to get to where we want to be, which is the playoffs, that's one thing that has to improve. So.
Leadership and character is something that's important in a room. You mentioned, 28 isn't old, but you're a veteran now. Lucic isn't here. Brodziak isn't going to be here. Do you need to take on more of a leadership role as one of the older guys amongst the group?
Well, I think you have to, but I don't look at it as we were losing leaders. I think leadership isn't by age. It's how you handle yourself on the day-to-day work, how you handle yourself, how you come to the rink, how you compete, how you handle yourself away from the rink. I think obviously stuff I've been through in the past has made me a better person, and I think I'm just going to come in and be myself. I'm not going to change, not going to try to be someone I'm not. I'm just going to be me.
Zack, you got a chance to skate with some of you guys that are going to be on the team. What's your sense of how different their addition will mean to the team, and what kind of tone it'll set starting tomorrow when you guys are on the ice?
Well, it's been great. I think Ken's done a great job. I think they're names that you're not going to be overwhelmed when you hear them, but I think it's players that are good, solid hockey players, and I think they're names that everyone needs a breakout year. Everyone needs to get their name out there at some point in time, and I think those players coming in, people might not be familiar with their names, but they're definitely players from the captain's case. When you look around, they're guys that can help us, and they're guys that can definitely do a job, and I'm excited to see how they do throughout camp here and through the exhibition games.
Zack, what did the run you went on late last season where you were playing with Connor and Leon at times and starting to pour goals in again and get kind of that offensive level up to where at other times in your career that was expected of you? What did it do for you to kind of hit that level again and get that offensive side going?
Well, it's always nice scoring goals, but I think it's always been there for me. I think I'm a unique player. I think as you spend more times in the league, you really get to know who you are, and I honestly see myself as a guy that can play anywhere. In Vancouver, I got a little more offensive chance, and I think I did pretty well there, and then came here and found myself in a bottom six role, which I feel I can play really well as well. So honestly, going into camp, obviously if you get paired with top six guys, you're going to get more offensive looks and chances to have better numbers, but going in, I just want to play the way I can and help the team any way I can.
Tippett talked about coaches and veterans wanting to set the tone early in training camp. What do you want that tone to be?
Well, I think we just need to bring our compete level up. I think we're a team that no one's coming in here and going to be complacent. We all have something to prove, everybody, and the guys that had great seasons one year doesn't make a season, and guys that had off years, we have a chance to be better. I think all around as a team, no one should be walking around like their shit don't stink. We haven't accomplished what we've wanted, and we've kind of let ourselves down and the team and the city down. So we're coming in here and we're ready to compete. And like I said, we want to make the playoffs this year, and it starts tomorrow.
Looked like Zack was going to fail his physical because of his back. Obviously, it could be a career thing. What do you think of Kyle's play last year as a leader?
Yeah, well, I got to know Braz a lot. He's an awesome guy. He's played a long time, had some really good years, and obviously you could tell he wasn't feeling completely right last year. But we're obviously going to miss him. He's a great locker room guy. He's a fun guy to be around, and obviously he comes to rink every day and competes. So when you lose a guy like that, obviously it's not the best. But obviously he had a great career, and that's something that's never going to be overlooked.
Nobody wants to have to end that way, I guess, with an injury where you can't play. You want to retire, I guess,
yeah,
on
it's
your
tough.
own terms.
Yeah, it is really tough. But honestly, there's very few people that get to retire on their own terms in this league. It's one of those things. The way the salaries cap and all that stuff is structured now, and the way it is, if it's always a bittersweet end. I feel like for a lot of guys, and I know he probably wants to compete and he wants to keep going. But at the end of the day, you got to listen to your body, and there's life after hockey.